Good morning. Today is Friday, November 14th. Let's start out by subscribing to the channel and liking this video. Click the more button down below and join the Discord. So as we build a trading community, I'll be live trading in the Discord channel in the live trading room from 8:15 only till 9 o'clock this morning. I have some things to do. Heading out of town. But anyways, let's get into it. Government shutdown is over. There is no economic data today. I think next week is when things will start piling in here. Wednesday, you've got FOMC meeting minutes at 1 o'clock. Anthony and Chris, my boys, good morning. So I don't suspect anything till next Wednesday. And I think Nvidia next week has some... I'm not sure if they have earnings or something posting next week, so that should definitely get the market moving. Let's get into the broader markets. Blood in the water, people. So short-term levels are definitely getting tested right now. So I like it. I think it's creating long-term opportunities. This is something that you definitely needed. So looking at the ES, looking at the ES in the longer trend range, we're still in it, still hanging on by a thread here in this regressional trend line that I have. We're at the bottom end of it right now, and we'll see we're losing it a little bit right now. So in order to get some more upside, we have to regain this level here. I would say 60, I'm going to call it 6,700. After regain this 6,700 in order to get some more upside, I am now going to turn this 67.56 to 67.72 level into a resistance level because we plowed through that yesterday. So now that green rectangle that was support is now going to be a resistance level if we pop back in there. And so then, or this short-term range right here, if you do get the pops, this will be a level 4 looking for shorts. But right now, it's a bit of a falling knife right here. So one thing what happens is you see this big green bar here. You know, when you get that big straight up bar and then you lose this level, this becomes a speed zone on the downside. So you see how quickly we lost this level right here, because all these longs are now saying, "Oh my God, I'm wrong. I better get out of my position here." And so now it starts to level off here. If we can look at the moving averages here. Here's a 20-day SMA. We blew through that. We lost the 50-day SMA, and then down here you have the 100-day SMA down at 65.91. This is a big level down here at 66.24. If we lose this low over here at 66.55 and a half, actually mark that. Then I think we quickly move down to 66.24, and then these levels down here at 65.91.26, which is 100-day SMA, and 65.79. Those will be pretty decent levels of support that we're looking for here. Let's see right here. So we are looking at a 4-hour chart right now. Let's get down to the 15-minute. So yeah, right here. So this is the low from November 7th right here. It's important to hold that low during today's date trading. If we lose that level, then we're going to quickly move down to 66.24 and a quarter. And then if we lose that, we're going to quickly move down to that 100-day SMA, which is now sitting at 65.91.24. Upside, I don't see any upside today unless we can regain the 66.72 and hold. The only thing I would possibly look, my bias coming into today is if we do get any pops, you're looking for pops and fades. So the market pushing up here, stalling out at this 50-day SMA at 67.47.29, and then continue on down for more downside right now. So I think a lot of the downside right now is yesterday the poly market was at a 78%. That the FOMC was going to lower rates a quarter by in December, and now I think it's down to 50%. So I think that's a big part of the sell-off that's happening in the market right now. So I'm not overly concerned about any of that. I think that the sentiment right now on the retail side, it's all bearish, and it quickly turns bearish right now. So to me, when there's blood in the water, that's when there's opportunity for long term. But on a day trading mentality, today you have to be looking for pops and fades. So let's get into the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ, on the other hand, it has lost this regressional trend line that I had drawn for a while. You can see, and we lost this pretty significant level right up in here. So this low right here, we'll draw this. So this low right here from November 7th, we're below it right now. I'm going to get rid of this line right here. We're below that right now. So I say that, if we lose this 24,647 and a quarter, we can move down to this 24,422 and a half, and then below that, we move down to the 100-day SMA, which falls in 24,320, and then 24,298, and then that's also right in line with the 100-day SMA. So if we pull back in there today, and the same thing with the NASDAQ, if you do get any pops today, you're looking for pops and fades right now because it's still negative sentiment right now. So if we do get a pop up into this, where are we right now? I would say maybe into this level right here. If we get a pop into this 24,849, which I'm not, based on what's happening right now pre-market, I don't think we get. I think that's the level that we would sell off into right there. But right now we're selling off pretty good right now, so we see what happens. But we are definitely approaching some levels where there could be some bounce if we definitely get a sell off, excuse me, into the opening stages of the market here right now. So again, on the upside, not looking for any kind of upside until we can regain this 25,268 level, which I now turned into a resistance level, which is way up. It's way above the 50-day SMA. The 50-day SMA comes in at about 25,076. So we're not looking longer term upside until we can regain some of these levels right here. You can see the 20-day SMA is way up at 25,583.94. So we are still looking downside. I would say levels of support start to come in down here at this 24,320, and then below that 24,164 down here at this price level. So let's get on to Tesla here. Tesla called it to a T yesterday. Pretty much said that if we lose this 414 level, that there was going to be significant downside, and it really didn't even look back. It tried to hold it a little bit, and then we lost it, pretty hard right out of the box. So my long thesis is over for the time being right now. However, I did talk about these point of control levels, and that 394 level that was sitting there since September 12th. That's the first level that got hit. I'm going to leave that up there right now because that will be a level of resistance if the market pushes up in there. I suspect there's going to be resistance in that level for maybe some more pullbacks. We are getting close to this 100-day SMA at 375.49. I suspect there could be a little reaction here, maybe on some more upside. Below that 375, we have an open PO point of control level. For those of you who don't know what the point of control levels are, I set these point of control levels. You see these yellow lines. This is where the market tends to come in, and it's kind of like a magnet. It gravitates back to these levels. I set these levels, and when they don't come back and hit those levels, I leave those open. So you could see, I'll show you how why I left this level open here. So this level here, 365.90 is open since September 11th. So as we go back to September 11th, you'll be able to see what I mean by it being open. So the market closed, and then pre-market and then post-market, it popped above it, and never came back down and touched this level. It continued higher. So this level stays open until it comes back down and touches that level. So as you can see, it continued to rise, and I left it open. And so it's still open, and now we're approaching that level right now. So the 394 got hit, 365 is still open, and now below the 365, sorry to say, bulls, there's still a 334.86 level open from September 4th. And as we go back here and we look for September 4th, you can see right here the same thing. The market closed, popped above it, and then when the market opened, we never came back down and touched it. So I leave those levels open until they get hit. And so as you can see right now, we are approaching these levels. So I do like these levels once they do get down there during regular intraday trading. That you will get some pops. Common Sense, how you doing? Yeah, good liquidation last week. But if you're long term, it's tough to time the market. But good move last week. But I think that there's blood in the water, so I think there's going to be creating some good long term opportunities if you believe in these stocks. So I think there's going to be some good opportunities for Tesla long term. I think right now, there's definitely some negative sentiment on it, but you have to be a believer in what you're buying here, not just caught up on emotion. So for today, what I'm looking at for Tesla is if Tesla does pop on the market on the open right here, I'd look to get a little resistance up here at 394 and then move further down. If it does, continue to tank right off the market here, I'd like to see it, popping right off the 375 and then maybe get a little upward push up there. If we lose that 375, I think we quickly move down to the 365.90. And then, of course, if we lose that 365.90, we're going to get down to that 334.86, and then there's all kinds of support down here, down at that level right there. So let's take a look at this long term right here. So you could see right here, this is where you're going to get a lot of the support down in this level. But you could see right here, these levels right here, when you get that straight upward move, then the market comes back, to those levels. They become a speed zone, because then all of a sudden the people that got long here, they say, okay, I'm wrong, and I have to start getting out of my positions. And that's where we're at right now. So we're below this 394 level. So this big long day of upward buying, that's going to quickly have that speed zone down to this 375.49, which is the 100-day SMA, which we're approaching right now. And so then you can see that there's a little choppiness in here. So there's a little more support down at this level 365. And so then if we do lose that 365 level, we could get down to that 334.86. I just don't think it's going to be as quick as this move that's happening right now. So let's take a look at yesterday's 5-minute opening range. And 5-minute opening range trade from yesterday was a beauty. So right out of the box yesterday, we had the 5-minute opening range trade. The high was 424.5 and low was 420.59. And when we broke it, it just didn't even look back. I mean, you could have picked up some big dollars yesterday. On the low end, you had 420.59, and I think we got down to like 396. So you have picked up like $24 on yesterday's move. Just an incredible play all day long. You could have been in this position all day long without any sweating whatsoever. So I think that today, this, you got to be careful a little bit today. There's a little blood in the water right now, and it's been a pretty significant sell-off. So we want to pay attention, to see what the market's going to show us. Pay attention to, to the price action at the, right off of the open. There's no need to be, pressing buttons right out of the box. So the strikes that I'm going to have today, today's expirations, I'm going to have the 395 calls, and then I'm going to have the 390 puts. So they are the 390 puts are in the money, and the 395 calls are out of the money. So the 395 calls, they closed, the premium was $10. These things are going to be significantly lower when they open up. I suspect that these 395 calls, they may be even in the dollar range. I may even change this. Actually, I'm going to change that. I'm going to use the 390 calls to start the market. So you see this is a $14 premium when it closed. So I suspect that this 390, this may even open up, this premium may even open up in the $2 range, because I do like the fact that, we could pop into, we could pop up into this 394 level, so that you could get some good upward movement on that premium right here. But, like I said, it's expiration today, so you don't want to be in trades for too long. So you want to make your money early and you want to get out. As far as the puts, I'm going to have 390 puts. They are in the money. So the premium closed at $1.86. I would probably suspect these are going to open up in the $4 or $5 range, and the same thing on these puts. So I'd be looking for my bias kind of coming in, as I'd be looking for the market to pop, and then look for these levels to see some resistance to fade it back down lower here. But you got to be careful now. We are approaching this 100-day SMA at 375.49. So even though there's blood in the water right now, you could get a reaction here for some buyers to step up here and start pushing the market higher. Anyways, that's all I got for today. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the more button so you can come into the Discord room. I will be trading in the live channel room today, but today I'm going to be cutting it short. I am headed out of town, so I'm only going to be in there from 8:15 to 9 a.m. Central Time. So please spread the word and have a safe trading day. And if I don't see you in the Discord, I will be back for a pre-market on Monday. Have a great trading day and talk soon. Bye.